Okay, chapter 20. Abraham and Abimelech. From there, Abraham journeyed toward the territory of the Negeb and lived between Kadesh and Shur, and he sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah, his wife, "She is my sister." And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, "Behold, you are a dead man because of the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife." Now Abimelech had not approached her, so he said, "Lord, will you kill an innocent people? Did he not himself say to me, 'She is my sister'? And she herself said, 'He is my brother.' In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands I have done this." Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know that you have done this in the integrity of your heart, and it was I who kept you from sinning against me. Therefore, I did not let you touch her. Now then, return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, so that he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not return her, know that you shall surely die, you and all who are yours." Two really important things that are jumping out at me right now. It didn't say immediately that God came to Abimelech in a dream. Now, so many people know that dreams are very important. People of different faiths, people in the occult, people in the New Age, Christians. And there are several places where it is evident in Scripture that God speaks to us through dreams. I've already revealed a testimony of that from my side. I've got more than one experience of that though. And he came here to warn this man in the dream. "I need you to do this because this is the reality. And if you don't do it, this is what's going to happen." How good is God? And then this man in his dream is saying back to God, "In the integrity of my heart, I did this. I'm innocent. I didn't, and out of the goodness of God, and it's also the truth. He's saying, "Yeah, I know. However, I'm warning you now that I need you to do this. And if you don't, then it's on you and your people." And the other thing that's jumping out to me is, it was I who kept you from sinning. God, again, the goodness of God, he went to the man before he was going to go into her, which is the biblical term of having sex with her, to warn him of the impact that that would have. And he kept him from sinning. And that is exactly what happened to me in one of my experiences of a terrifying dream. When I was sinning, but God gave me a terrifying warning of the implications of that were to come should I have continued in it. And that was probably the biggest warring I've ever experienced between my flesh and what God desires me to do. God's ways are not our ways. They are not our ways of the flesh in terms of self-indulgence, living for self, follow your heart, what are your dreams, all of that rubbish that now I can see is not what we were originally intended to live by or as. We are intended and designed to put death to self and live for love. And it sounds brutal, but it's the truth. And the more you walk in that, and the more you walk in God's ways, the more peace that's added to your life, the more blessing that's added to your life, particularly the fruit you are able to bear for other people. to be able to touch someone in a way that's eternal and everlasting, not to mention then their entire family, generations, to break things off that are demonic, to set the captives free, to heal the brokenhearted, to speak truth, to replace lies, to help those. All of these things that requires you to put yourself down on what you desire and want in your own flesh. At a certain time or in a lengthy period of time, I could go on and on and on. That's all part of this glorious package. And how can we do it? Look to Jesus. He's the perfect example. Okay, I'm going to go off. Anyway, stick to Genesis. There's so many videos I want to make. Okay. So Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told them all these things. And the men were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, "What have you done to us? And how have I sinned against you, that you have brought on me and my kingdom a great sin? You have done to me things that ought not to be done." And Abimelech said to Abraham, "What did you see that you did this thing?" Abraham said, "I did it because I thought there is no fear of God at all in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, though not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. And when God caused me to wander from my father's house, I said to her, 'This is the kindness you must do to me at every place to which we come. Say of me, he is my brother.' Then Abimelech took sheep and oxen and male servants and female servants and gave them to Abraham and returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, 'Behold, my land is before you. Dwell where it pleases you.' To Sarah he said, 'Behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. It is a sign of your innocence in the eyes of all who are with you, and before everyone you are vindicated.' Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, and also healed his wife and female slaves, so that they bore children. For the Lord had closed all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife." That's chapter 20 of Genesis.